Hello again, my lovely viewers. Welcome to another installment of Randy's Beer Garden. This channel is dedicated to wonderful brews and good reviews. We're just trying to spread the word of wonderful hops and lovely malts and delicious brewing processes that make your mind sizzle with delight. And today we have a very exciting offering. Devil's Backbone O-Fest Lager. Ooh, O-Fest Lager. Interesting. We've been looking at a bunch of different fest beers so far on this channel, and some of them have had their ups and downs. A little bit too much wheat, a little bit too much malt, a little too much vanilla, maybe not enough smell. Different characteristics, some of which are positive, some of which are negative, depending on your point of view, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's got their own taste. Personally, I prefer a fest beer that has a little more flavor rather than less, and a slightly more medium body as opposed to a light one, because I feel like it's supposed to be a very satisfying kind of brew. When it gets chilly out, as it is today, it was 36 degrees last night here in Pennsylvania. When it starts to get chilly, you want something with a little bit more body to it, a little more heft. Now this is a very interesting example of the style because, like the Victory Fest beer that we just did, this one is not considered a Oktoberfest. It's a fest beer, which is a more modern German take on the style. This one I was reading about a little bit. It's not technically considered a Märzen at all. This is just a fest beer lager, which means that there's a lot more things that they could do with it that are not typically associated with the Märzen style. And it doesn't have to be aged for as long as a Märzen would have to be. That's not necessarily a bad thing. And considering the heritage of this brewery, I've tried their vanilla porter. Excellent beer. Excellent beer. Not cheap. Excellent beer. But not something I would drink all the time because it is fairly heavy. It does have a lot of calories. It does have a lot of flavor though, so I'm kind of excited for this. I've never tried this before. They're out of Virginia, so they're not exactly a local brewery. It would be tough for me to get down there. But I've definitely enjoyed their offerings that I've had in the past, so I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this little adventure that we're going to go on together here. So, let's just take a quick look. Oh, it's got an 84 on Beer Advocate, which means it's the highest rated Oktoberfest that we've looked at so far on this channel. Pretty excited, not gonna lie. It's in a can, not a bottle, so that's a little different. Oh, we got a little bit of foam coming right out the top there. It's the first time we've had that. So that's interesting. I know this is fresh. All of these beers were purchased at the same time from a local Wise Markets. Here's the pour. Wow. Very carbonated. Definitely the most carbonated so far of all of the O-Fests that we've looked at on this channel. Giant head. Definitely the biggest head I've seen. Bigger than the Yingling. And that was pretty big. But this is huge. Look at that. That's an immense head in my Medieval Times glass. Whew. I mean, I don't mind it. It's just, wow. And definitely the lightest in color, I would say, also, of all of the O-Fests that we've taken a gander at on this channel. Okay, yeah, look at that. That is frothy. Man, that's frothy. That almost looks like banana pudding or something on top. It's so thick and frothy. Wow. And then the beer itself, very light. You see, almost, I mean, there's a few bubbles coming up, but not many. This is very pretty. Very pretty to look at. I imagine that having this in a big, like, lager mug sitting on your table at the fest, yeah, you would look like you know what's going on. Yeah, it's taking a while. This is like a 3-finger head. This is a big, 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 big head. Definitely the biggest we've seen on any of these beers. Perfect for a fall day in northeastern Pennsylvania. Gotta say. Really impressed with the way this looks. So, ooh, not much of a smell. Not much of a smell. Kind of similar to the Shiner. There's like a little bit of a smell, but not too much going on. I looked at the composition as far as the hops are concerned, and it's very traditional, straight up Hallertau and Tettnang, I think is how it's pronounced. Hmm. Let's give it a try. Now that you can see the head has receded quite a bit, it's not leaving too much lacing, a little bit. Give it a try. Okay. I must say, I am a little disappointed. This is not what I was expecting. I was hoping that this would be more in line with the one we tried yesterday, the Victory, because that surprised me with the amount of complexity under the surface. This ain't it, Chief. I hate to say that. I really do. I really hate to say it. This is like the first beer on this channel that I'm really like kind of let down by. It's just there's not much going on. It's surprisingly traditional for something that's not even calling itself a Marzen. This is like the most basic Marzen I've ever had. It just tastes like a little bit of vanilla ice cream, a little bit of that woodiness in the back end, and that's it. There's really no hint of any kind of earthiness or herbalness or any of that kind of stuff going on. It's just very basic, very simple. And I could definitely see putting a few of these back. I think it's only like 5.7%. Yeah, so it's lower in alcohol than most fest beers. And it's not going to offend anybody. It may disappoint some people though. I hate to say that because I love beers like this, generally speaking. This is my favorite style of beer, but besides pilsners. But it's just really this one in particular, gotta say, really kind of let down because that vanilla porter is excellent. You know, Devil's Backbone, from what I understand, is a very, very well respected craft brewery. And this does not really come across that well in this offering. It's okay. It's decent. You know, I wouldn't turn it down. But that said, I think it's 11 or 12 bucks for a six pack. And I gotta say, if you're in my area, just get Yingling. Just get the Yingling. The Yingling's gonna be better, or at least as good. It might be a little rougher, but it's gonna have this more flavor, and it's gonna have a more robust character. Like you can see, like yeah, it's leaving lacing, but not much. Like that huge head has completely gone away now, and it's just like leaving tiny little bits of lacing in here because there's just not much going on here. Let me down, Devil's Backbone. Let me down. Oh well. So hey guys, this Friday is going to be the National American Beer Day. So I'm going to see if I can get some kind of wacky celebratory stuff going on. We'll see. Hopefully the future of Randy's Beer Garden is going to be a bright one with all kinds of fun, wacky stuff going down. Wacky stuff. But for now, Devil's Backbone. Gonna give it a 6 out of 10 gazoofas. Pains me to do that. But it's alright. It's just alright. And on that note, cheers. See you next time in the beer garden.